Hi Mustafa, Jenna Pinkstone signing on and syncing up with you today personally. You're actually my very first oracle card and soul journey readings that I will be completing for my patrons, and I can't tell you how delighted I am to have you on board. Every month that you remain a patron, you'll be receiving this from me. And you're one of the more silent figures in there, but just know that I can feel your energy nonetheless. And this is going to be it's going to be a very sacred practice for me to provide to my patrons, not just as a way of giving back to them, but also as a way of developing myself. And so I can't really adequately share with you how much of a gift that is to me. So I'm going to begin. I've been tapping into your own auric energy field, and I am going to begin by pulling some cards for you. And by the end, I will turn the phone around and show you the spread so that you can see the divine assortment of what Spirit has to share with you. Okay? All right, so let's get started. I'm going to start with pulling some from the Gilded Tarot. I find it very important to show the pictures up close while I'm pulling the cards. If you would prefer not to see my face, if you have more of an interest in the cards, I really do implore you to give me that feedback, because every person is different in what resonates and speaks to them. And I really, truly am trying to foster a connection with each and every one of you that supports me in this way. It's going to create a roadmap for us both, something that we can navigate, almost like a journal of sorts that we keep record of, and a historical context will be reached with respect to the readings that you receive every month. And I can't wait to see how it unfolds. I've seen it, actually. I've seen it unfold in the spirit world, and it's magnificent. Let's wait and see how the manifestation in the physical does. So, Heavenly hosts and earth and angels, hear our prayer. Show us the messages that Spirit has for Mustafa in this divine connection of the oracle card pull today. And sometimes when nothing comes out, I take that as, something did come out. It usually does whenever I'm starting to second guess. So, the Queen of Pentacles. This is the very first of your cards. Let's see if we can get it to focus here. It's very luxurious in here. I'm not as gifted with the tarot, but something spoke to me that you needed at least one card from this deck. I'm seeing the peacock there, and the peacock in Asian traditions is typically characterized as flamboyant or boastful, or let's see, I know that in ancient Chinese medicine and ancient Chinese proverbs, they liken the peacock to strutting around, and they make it synonymous with the concept of pride. But in a way, in the background here, I see that the pride is present, but it actually is serving more as a backdrop or a wallpaper for the central focus, which is this woman, the Queen of Pentacles. I know I've gotten this card before for others. It's speaking something differently to me right now, though, honestly. It's Pentacles is very earthen. It's very of this world. Some of the decks will refer to the pentacles not as pentacles, but as coins. It typically has to do with the wealth that one acquires in this world, or perhaps something worldly that is not money, but prestige or reputation, or something that is, it's perhaps a currency that is traded and is understood as such by a very wide part of the collective. So, let's see, the Queen of Pentacles. So this particular interpretation represents it as nurture, pleasure, and a feminine part of the spirit. This could be a person close to you, Mustafa. This could be someone, this could be someone whom you love, someone whom you have innate connections to at this time, because it does connote a feminine soul. And that could be an aspect of your own divine feminine, of which all men have. Or it could be this aspect as represented as another person in your life. It is, there's something proud about this particular card. The peacock makes sure of that. The pillar in the background speaks of foundation, with the jewels that line it upwards in the ascending spiral towards the heavens. There is an ascension here. There is something that speaks to the rising up in the world. And this particular woman, I wish that we could, let's see if I can get her. If you could see her face. Her face is almost smug. It's almost as if she knows how good she is. She knows exactly what she's doing. And, excuse me a moment, perhaps, let's see. Can you see her face? I want you to be able to connect with this card. Because truly, if I receive feedback from you on this, Mustafa, if I'm able to understand what it is that that this particular card means to you, we're only both going to grow. I'm going to be able to understand more clearly what it is that I'm seeing in this card and what it means to you. And it's going to illuminate certain facets of your life that might have otherwise been dark. This Queen of Pentacles is interesting to me. I was going to pull out this other because something about her is your centerpiece. There is kind of a, whenever I'm pulling cards for people, there's a general positioning with which these cards fall out on the surface. And this one, sometimes they fall in kind of a circumambulated sort of, roundabout fashion where none of them are in the center. But I feel very strongly that this card is a centerpiece for your placement of cards today. And it, I can see it in my mind, and I'm curious to see all of the others that will surround it. Let's see what there we go. So I'm going to read what I guess you could say, the contemporary understanding and interpretation of the Queen of Pentacles means. But we're going to use that as kind of breadcrumbs to get precisely to where and what it means to you. Okay? So, the Queen of Pentacles, or as I said before, the Queen of Coins. Okay? So it's the Queen of the Thrones of the Earth. Remember, the Pentacles suit of tarot cards actually, it's more ascribed to things of this world, things of this earth, things that are tangible, things that are easily understood and spoken about between human beings. So the Queen of Coins represents water of the earth, and thus the very force that nurtures and makes things fruitful. Okay? That's why she's signified as feminine, divine feminine. So the divine feminine of the earth, water of the earth, flowing. You can see rivers. I can actually see rivers from this energy. The warm and fertile mud of a paddy field that yields many crops. I can see that. Can you feel that? And it's the perfect image for this concept. So it characterizes a mature woman with dark hair and eyes, and possibly this queen is amply proportioned and generally cheerful. So if the queen does not represent a person but a set of circumstances, it would denote over anxiety in financial affairs. There's that worldly aspect of the coin or the pentacle that is being connoted here. Perhaps money worries are getting the better of you. I know that we are all going through some really interesting times right now with respect to businesses shutting down and what is allowed to reopen, and it's been incredibly fretful for a lot of people right now. So the queen is known for her common sense. She is cheerful, hard to shock, has a good head for business. She is charitable and extremely kind-hearted to those around her, but she does have a liking for luxury. Things of this world, right? So very smart, this Queen of Pentacles. However, there is, I'm not going to call it a flaw, because that really only works in the mind of duality, in the understanding that one thing is good, so another must be bad. I will say that it could be a challenge for her to not indulge so much in the worldly things that wealth has to offer. So occasionally prone to moods, basically very loving and in a maternal sort of way. Something about this Queen of Pentacles, Mustafa, tells me that she takes good care of you. And whether it is kind of an innate sense within you or another person, there is a role that this queen plays in your life right now. And perhaps I'm kind of getting the feeling for a good long while that you've always had this role filled for you. It's a very important role, either that you fill or that another fills for you. So let's go ahead and leave her in the center and have her branch outward from there. And again, I'll show you how this all unfolds whenever we're finished. And just kind of a side note, these readings, I put on Patreon that it's like a 15-minute oracle card reading. However, I usually just go until I feel that it's finished, and that might be a very long time, or it might be only 15 minutes. I put the minimum on there because that is that's what I want to, ensure my patrons that I offer, but typically it will go on longer. We're going to pull from a mystical wisdom card deck. And I really like to begin my readings usually with one of these cards. They're warm, they're inviting, but they provide a lot of insight and a little bit more clarification perhaps on this Queen of Pentacles and why she's so important for you. And perhaps it brings to the table an entirely new energy that we need to consider as well in conjunction with that Queen of Pentacles. Aha. Dragon. Discover your courage. That's beautiful. When I look at this card, Mustafa, I actually see an entire world, an entire place within this dragon that's waiting to be revealed. Discovering your courage. What this is sharing with you today is that there is something deep inside of you that is aching for expression. There is something very strong within that has not seen the light of day. And you might not even know it's there because you're so used to it not being present with you on the surface. However, it's there nonetheless. And I'm getting a real feeling between these cards. There's a lot of green here. A lot of people think that green is associated with envy. It's actually also the color that is associated with healing powers. There's something that about the green that's being brought up for you today, that in the process of healing yourself, you're going to discover so much more about yourself. You're thinking that you're only going to be healed and something new will emerge, but it's actually because you are healed that something new that's actually always been within you, just like this magical palace within the body of the dragon. And this beautiful fairy spirit is how you're going to be guided there. Learning that you have something to offer, discovering that it's laying dormant inside of you. There's something to this woman that it's almost like an aspect of yourself or another person. Perhaps it's been many people that have filled this role, that has always taken care of you, that has always made sure that you had everything you needed to make your way through this world. But what I'm seeing here is kind of an animal aspect of pride in the background, that maybe it's dormant. Perhaps it is, not presently expressed, but it's there nonetheless. But the transformation to take place is from a peacock to a dragon. Okay, this is who you are. This is what's inside. And this has been there with the intention of love, but it's not helping you to express your true nature. Excuse me. Really incredible cards. I'm going to just marinate on this one for one more moment. I'm actually seeing something unfold here. I'm actually seeing something unfold here that is, it's like the discovery continues. The discovery of yourself continues. Whenever you awaken this place within you that has never really seen the light of day, and you begin traveling, you begin soaring across the earth to great heights and great lengths, there's actually faces within this coastline that I will make sure come through in the picture that I send to you when I send this. But what it's basically saying is that you're going to continue discovering things about yourself that you never knew existed. Once this reawakens within you and you emerge into your birthright, into your power, it doesn't stop there. It just keeps going, and you keep discovering more and more and more. And it's an incredible, it's really your soul's purpose. That's what I'm getting. That your lifetime in this incarnation is to reawaken this dragon spirit so that it can rise to the surface and it can begin its modes of expression, and you can discover yourself. And that is going to unfold in an exponentially dynamic sort of fashion that's not just going to change your life forever, it's going to change others. Beautiful cards. And the concept of healing is here. Healing and rising, it's like the pinnacle is of this world. I see a lot of earth, I see a lot of water, I see a lot of air. This dragon is certainly of this world, but it ascends to new heights. It's not so grounded. It's not so tethered to the pillar of the building. You see? The world is its home, and wherever it wants to soar, that is where it resides. Really incredible. I'm going to go ahead and pull one card from the Gaia Oracle to be alongside our Queen of Pentacles. The dragon is to the left. This card will be to the right. I'm curious if more green will reveal itself. Aha. Here we go. It's not green this time. It's blue. Let's see. There we go. Ocean of eternal love. Healing, creativity, and fertility. The concept of fertility is very present in your reading today, Mustafa. Fertility, it's usually associated with womanhood simply because of our biological features, but it can actually apply to the masculine as well. It's bringing forth something new. It's bringing forth something or someone that is incredibly transformative. It's bringing fruits into this world, and these fruits could be, the arrival of someone new in your life that's going to only bring you and your family joy. It could be the birth of a new business. It's the birth of something. Healing, creativity, and fertility. That concept of healing just came up. Didn't we just talk about green being the concept associated, the color associated with healing? Whenever people go into I guess you could call it an etheric travel, astral travel, and they go to a green emerald world and they soak their body in the green tinctures and the green elixirs that are found there, they're found to come back into the world of the physical and have their ailments and their pains alleviated. This ocean of eternal love is actually very synonymous with that in bathing yourself in the notion that you are loved. There's a part of you that doesn't quite grasp that, doesn't fully buy into that, doesn't truly believe that. And because of that, because you, Mustafa, are an infinite creator, because you are the dragon innately, dormantly inside of you, and it's waiting to break free, because you are that. But if you don't truly believe that, you're going to create what it is that you believe. And as soon as you truly feel that you are submerged in an ocean of eternal love, that you are valued, that you are seen by your guides, by the creative spirit, by the angels, by whoever it is that you resonate with, you are witnessed here in this existence that we all share. And that is how your healing takes place. through the creation of something new, through the bringing forth of new fruit for yourself, for your loved ones, the bringing forth. And something tells me is that you work with this Queen of Pentacles in order to do that. She's very well known to you, very well known, unlike this dragon who's not well known. But they're both very much in your corner. They're both very much a part of you. And there's something about how everything is soluble by water. This ocean is going to be the acquiescence or the reconciliation of those two energies of knowing and feeling, believing that you're loved by this universe. That's going to promote the healing, and it's going to create the bringing forth of new fruit in your life. Okay? That's what I have to share with you today. I'm going to turn this phone around so that, here we go. Here are your beautiful cards, Mustafa. We're going to zoom in on this Queen of Pentacles here. I want you to take a look at her face. I want you to see her. I want you to feel her within yourself, because she's very much a part of you. She loves you very much, and her intentions are pure. However, there's a deviating away from this card being the energy that all of your life circumambulates. She's taken care of you this far, and very well, might I add. This energy has been very serving to you. She's been of great service. It is time to grow upward. It's time to expand outward, and not necessarily renounce this Queen of Pentacles, but reconcile her into a new version of you, the dragon, and to discover the courage that lies within you. I want you to see up close here. Do you see these faces? Do you see the faces gazing up at this dragon, Mustafa, in the mountains? Look how they give way to the water, and how this dragon is actually like a ship. It's a ship that's sailing to new far-off places. It's a ship for the skies, it's a ship for the seas, and it even has access to the land that spreads below. There's nothing that is unavailable to this manifestation of power inside of you. It's merely a matter of tapping in and ascending so that you can acquiesce these energies. And the way in which you're going to do that is by embracing the notion that you are deserving of love. You're deserving of all of the love in this universe, because you are not just an appendage, you're a reflection of that creative spirit manifested in incarnate form. And there is so much that awaits you once you embrace this. The healing will take place whenever this is the case. And new fruits will emerge from your garden.